Alright, welcome back everybody. Last time we showed you the outside of the castle above, and now I'm going to show you the inside. Right here you can see these little signs up above. Same thing as before on the signboard and the gravesite, it's just the Laputian symbol again as a little mark. Right over here is a button, which push, and it opens a piston door on the inside. Oh, here. Okay, go. Attaboy. Here we are on the inside. Another button here. Let's escape. I'll give you a quick show of the redstone on the inside here. Something too complicated. It's a standard 1x2 piston door. All I did was, here's this redstone right here is the way to get to the button on the outside. It leads right over here to a extender. This makes it so you actually get in, otherwise the door would close faster than you could run in. And I guess you get a little bit of a preview here of what you're about to see for the maze. This is a maze, just as a forewarning, to get to the core. So I'm not going to show you too much of that, just as a little secret. I'll let you know that now it's not too complicated. I didn't want it to be a nightmare to get to the core. Just a bit of a challenge. Ah, thank you. I was wondering where that went. First, I'll show you the little view here. If we head up to the entrance, exit right over here. It's a giant hollow chamber here with a ton of floating blocks here in the center. In the original movie, these were especially, I guess, magic science blocks that would float from the walls out to the center and back again. You can see all around the walls here, there are these little chambers. Each one is just a hollow one marked with a torch, and they all line up in corresponding to the different blocks here. The idea is that each one leads to each little section here, and they'd slide back and forth if they could move in Minecraft. On the inside here are two separate pathways. The first part of the maze, you have to choose which way to go down. This one here, and this one here. Instead of actually going through them, though, don't want to spoil the surprise, I'll just fly right down. And Bedrock can teleport to me. Snap on out. Right down over here is the exit from the first section. Of the two pathways you choose, one of them leads down to here. So you step out, and you enter the main chamber here, just as we saw. Down here in the bottom you can see a bit better these little floating pillar things. These were in the movie. I'm not quite sure what they did, but I just remade them here. One part I will eventually change is the floor here is all stone brick. Eventually I'm just going to make that into smooth stone. I think it will look better. And here is phase 2 once you get to the core. You go through this passage here, and again, more maze that I will not show you. So I'm going to use the teleport command on this server and snap you guys over to the actual main part when you get to it. Alright, if you could teleport to me, Bedrock. Here we are. After another hollow maze section, you end up in this passage here, and go down a set of stairs. There's a little hint to know you're at the end. If you look down here, you can see smooth stone here, as opposed to solid stone brick. That's the actual outside there. If you break that block, you'll end up falling to your death. That has happened to me more times than I can count. Step on the stairs, and you end up in the main crystal chamber. Ooh, everyone say ooh and ah. Here, made out of light blue wool, is the main crystal itself, a gigantic floating crystal. It's what supposedly powers the entire castle, makes it float, makes it do all of its magic stuff. Surrounding it is a ton of reeds and random waterways, little chunks of water. Inside them is some glowstone, which lights up the area. Do not want to use torches, because that means I could not place reeds on absolutely every block. That was one rule I had. The grass has not grown to every piece of dirt here. If you step right out here a little bit, you can see some of the dirt blocks here on the outside. Can you teleport to bed? There you are. Some of these are still dirt. That still is not grown yet, because this is the final part of the castle I built. It's the last piece before I call the place done. In the movie, there was not water floating below it down here. It had a solid stone platform that you would use to control the whole castle. It'd be an area here with a little pillar column, I suppose you could call it, that had more Laputan symbols. You waved the magic crystal in front of it, and it would do whatever you wanted, because you were the king or queen if you were by here. This assumption. There's nothing else in this room yet, but eventually I plan as a bonus sometime to put like a button just right here on the wall somewhere, and have one of the owners just spawn in a million pieces of TNT all around the inside here and blow the whole place up. That's to recreate, I guess, the ending of the movie. The very end of the movie, spoilers, is the whole place is blown up to stop the bad guy, Colonel Muska, from destroying the whole castle, from taking over the world of the castle. So they blow it all up using a magic spell the main character girl knows. This is the whole of the regular castle, what normal people get to see, but since this is a bonus video, I'll show you guys the inside of the castle as well. So give me one moment to teleport. If you could warp on over to me. Here we are. If you look right above you to the dirt, you can see half steps. Guess where we are? We're on the inside of the whole castle. All of the half steps here are the roads above. All of the stone bricks here are the water channels. You can see little bits of water dripping from it. This is the main layer here. No, my evil layer where I built the whole castle from, basically. I moved this around a few times, but this is the final location. This here is a cobblestone generator, or smooth stone generator now. I used this to get most of the stone to build this when I was too lazy to go mining. Pretty simple device. The only fun part right over here is this is a bet made by the server, one of the server administrators. Her name is Glomp. She dared me to make a flamingo, so this is my absolutely terrible attempt. You can see that I can make fantastic giant structures, but if I make something in a 5x5 space, it's terrible. Oh well. Over here is just 1,000,001 treasure chests, all storing my collected swag. The snow blocks here, these are a smiley face. This is a little prank, I guess you could call it, pulled by one of the admins. His name is War Dog. He built these here a while ago, just as I was building this area. He just said, build it here and said, "Hi, Osire," and a sign. I never destroyed it because I thought it was cute. And here's my 1,000,000 furnaces. I would just collect enough cobblestone and smelt them all at once in here so I could build in one giant binge. Over here, I have a tree farm. I use this to get all the wood and leaves I used. I would just plant a bunch of saplings in a row, use some bone meal. I'll get some real quick, just to show. It's just a ultra simple, ultra efficient design. Run down, plant them all. Run back, use bone meal. They're not growing very well because they're big trees in a small space. You get the idea, though. And over here is the vine farm. A bunch of little blocks that I just grew vines off of, harvesting from a swamp. There's nothing else here in terms of my actual base, but if you look here, there are a few of these little tubes, cylinders. They come off. If I break one of the blocks here, you can peek down inside a little bit. These are actually these staircases to get to the dome itself. As you recall, we went down one moment ago. These are how I actually built one, because I couldn't fit them directly down in with the limits of the staircase and space I had, so I basically cheated. I built up a little wall here for them. You'll never know if you're on the outside. But there's one. You can count how many there are by just circling around here. I won't show you, though. Over here is the inside of the dome. Actually, the inside of the ring, I mean, excuse me. The whole outer ring is hollow. There's no way down into it right now, except for one little ladder on one of these corners. This is how I built the whole thing. I made the whole thing, and then I just built it up and made sure the whole thing was hollow so I didn't waste stone brick, because, trust me, when you're building something this size, that is a commodity. And lastly, on the inside is one little bonus sort of thing I built here as an experiment. I never quite finished it properly. As you can see right over here, I have a few pistons, which are set to stay on, and a button. Push button, they open up, and with a quick peek down there, you can see it's actually the inside of the dome, right where we were with the maze. That was designed so I can make a quick shortcut down. No one else can use it, because if you jump down there, you will die. I can fly, however, so I can survive the fall. This little set of stone here, or dirt here, is actually the dead center of the castle. If you stand in there, you are right in the middle. I use that to take screenshots on my minimap editor. I have Ray's minimap installed. if I stand there and hit it so the map is full screen, it just makes me able to get pictures of that easier. For the thread that I use to document this, I'll probably add that in a video link as well. That's all of the inside here, so next I'm going to give you a quick show of the mines that I used to make this. There's a lot of people in the thread asking to see my mines, and a lot of people here in the server have asked. So, I'll give that real quick. Right, teleport over here. And this is layer 11, 12, 10, we're standing in here. Right below me is some of the bedrock and lava. That killed me more times than I could. And if you look up, you can sort of see the spiraling staircase technique I used to mine. If I fly all the way up right up to here, we're basically a few blocks below the ocean. So right up here is right below where the sand is of the ocean. I just dug down until I broke through, probably right about here. Dug out a little chamber and started branch mining out some. As you can see by standard branch mining, dig a tunnel. Over 2 blocks, dig another tunnel, so I can see the whole ores. And I just dug a bunch of spiraling staircases all the way down. Drop back down here. And this is where I harvested most of the resources. This whole area here is flat as opposed to my standard strip mining because I needed to collect stone for a while when my cobblestone generator was broken, and I was too lazy to build it. So I just dug out all the stone here, harvested all the resources. Over here's I guess a prank you could call it, that one of the owners made. This is Glomp, the same person who made me build a flamingo for her. Just dug out this big square here with torches and then put some signs here in the middle. She used her magic server powers to make a bunch of floaty changing text. I don't know how she does it. Glomp was here, and I just stuck another sign that says Glomp is now officially honorary dwarf cat. We were both, it was like 3 in the morning and we were both quite bored, so nothing special there. Over here is where I got my slime balls. There is slime chunks in this area. I'm not quite their exact position, but I just dug out a big ass area here and waited for them to appear. It did not work that well. I missed the slime chunk after checking. But hell, it got me a lot of resources, so I went for fun. Over here is a ravine. This is where I got a lot of my time wasted. I'm pretty OCD about mining, so I had to collect every resources in here. And way up in here I started finding, abandoned mine shafts and water and everywhere. I just had to dig everything out. Got me a ton of resources though, so this is the biggest spot of where I got all of my diamonds, all of my iron, all of my gold, for everyone who's wondering about that. It takes forever, but it's a lot more fun than mining in a boring... Oh, my friend died. Cameraman, how dare you die? Shame on you. Real quick. One last spot, I think. This is where I got all of my sandstone. So I teleport over here. Yeah, teleport to me, otherwise you're probably gonna be stuck. Oh, no, there he goes. Just a big area where I needed a ton of sandstone to finish the castle. As you saw, most of it was built out of sandstone, so I just strip mined all down, turned all the sand I collected into sandstone, dug all the sandstone itself out. This is actually a very tiny spot. I dug a lot more right over here. So if you can see this big old hill here, this is not naturally generated. There are normal hills of, lush green grass in the middle of a desert. I actually had dug this entire area out of sand, and then I guess someone did not like it, so they spawned in a ton of dirt. Never found out who. I'm assuming it's Glomp or Llama, but they just rolled it in a big blob of grass to hide my hole in the world. Above here you can see a giant floating TARDIS. I don't know who made this, but props to whoever made the bitchin' Doctor Who reference. That is all of the areas I use to collect my resources, so that is actually, I think, all of the areas I have in the video. You could cut the video now, Bed.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. You can look over the screenshots I took. that I couldn't really get any video of at the end of this here. Um, Special shout out and thanks to Alsire, the creator of this, well, the builder of it, and shout out to Arcadia Minecraft. There will be a link in the description. You can come on and check this out. And until then, comment, rate, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of these pictures at the end of the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.